Alright, testing the volume, seeing how things sound. Alright, testing the volume, seeing how things sound. A little bit extra robotic today, but it's not too bad. Alright. Today we have FLR versus GSM. I've casted both of these teams before. Definitely like what I've seen from them. I'm gonna move that over just a little bit. I may be a little less energy today, guys. I'm a little tired today, but still gonna bring you guys a good show as best I can. If you guys remember last time on Sunday, I casted FLR. They did a very masterful job against their opponent. And GSM is still considered one of the top tier teams in this tournament. So to see those two go head to head is really should be a treat. Both sides seem to have full rostered teams. The red side you see FLR, they're all lining up. And then on the right side in the blue we have GSM. Also says GAM in here. But in the standings, in the places where you vote, it's still GSM. So I like to call them that. I'm sure they understand. We got just under 13 minutes in this match. They're still in their prep phase. So just going to keep the stream open, let people trickle in, and we will see what we get from there. Welcome to all my early birds. Continue seeing this double castle glitch, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Pretty much that just tells me that they're all there. Like, the more castles I see, the more convinced I am that they have a full roster. And unlike the last match where there was 2 people missing, I don't believe there's any people missing from here. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, no, this is looking good. This is going to look like a solid full 10v10 match. But, like I said, we still have some time before it actually begins. You can see up there the counter where the hourglass is. So I'll probably hold it on this screen for a little while people trickle in. See if I can recognize any of these guys, but they usually change their names for some themes. Yeah, it's hard to tell who everyone is. Although FLR seems to have proper names. Of course, I say that and then I see some non-ones, but at least I know I know Chico's in there. Chico's a good guy. Good to get that little bug out of the way. Seeing more and more people kind of hide their equipment and their glass. Not a bad idea, really. I mean, there's one. And they're pretty much all the same. I mean, I don't think anyone would really be wearing their 15 glass to show that they're the rally setter, although it doesn't really matter at that point. It's not like you can make restriction cannons or anything like that. You make poison bombs, but it's really the only thing you can make out of the cannons. Just under 10 minutes before the match begins. Hopefully everyone's having a good start to their week. That's the nerd in me just got slightly excited, but I saw the wrong thing. I thought I saw this person's name is Sonic, and this one was I am the Eggman. Sega Genesis days. A dream deferred. For those of you guys who are just starting to join us in, welcome. We got about 6 minutes, 40 seconds until the match begins. PC? What do you mean, cool gamer? Personal computer? Yes, I have one. Oh, am I playing the game through a PC? Yes and no. I am playing on my phone, but it's projecting onto my PC. I'm gonna have to block that. My buddy doesn't realize I'm streaming. Oh well. Now his phone number's out there for all eyes to see. Yeah, I know that there are ways that you can play on your PC exclusively, like through an Android emulator. But, yeah, no, this is just a program that both my computer and my phone have, and it just lets me have what's visible on my screen also visible on my computer, which works out for OBS. Clavers, how you doing? Welcome. Good to have you. And just 4 minutes away from the action, everyone. What's going on, Russell Jackson? Bunch of familiar names. Good to see you. Good to see everyone, really. Again, if you're just tuning in, this will be a match between FLR in the red, GSM in the blue, both with very respectable ranks. And I've casted both of them before, so I know that they definitely have good strategies down pat. Sir Noir, good to see you. Welcome. Your group won last time? Ah, congratulations. We still have a few more weeks of this stuff. Anything can happen in the standings. And actually, tomorrow's going to be a really special match. It's going to be a replay of the match that should have happened a week ago today, but it was glitched, if you guys remember. So I will be streaming tomorrow, and probably have quite a few more viewers since more of the players can actually watch this one, which I agree with. I feel like they should be able to watch different matches if we have them all at different times. But I get it. Work schedules can get in the way, especially on these weekday tournaments. So I get it. Just not optimal. Coming up on the 2-minute warning. Oh yeah. I try my best to explain their strategies, Russell, so that way it can be digested into bite-sized pieces, and that way you can emulate it in your gameplay. That's really all how esports works. I mean, people watch esports all the time so that they can get better at their own game. So, like I've been playing a different game besides Clash of Kings, and I've gotten better because I've been watching streamers play it. I'm almost confident to where I can stream it now. So that's just how it works. We pass on the knowledge to you. I mean, I'd much rather be calling the matches rather than playing these matches. I get too competitive. T-minus 1 minute, everyone. Get ready. GSM versus FLR. Been trying to conserve my energy for the match since I have a limited reserve right now. I'm a little tired today. Still, hope to bring you guys a good product. As my foot is literally starting to fall asleep. Jeez, I might have to readjust before this match begins. Ah, the pins and needles. I hate when that happens. It's all because of my bad posture. Oh well. I'll learn. Or I won't. I'll just keep getting pins and needles. Alright, 10 seconds, everyone. Get hyped. Get ready. Get set. 3, 2, 1. Match begins. And wow, fast teleports. Fast teleports everywhere, really. Look at all that. Look at all that. Who's going to get it first? Whoever can load in quickly enough. All right, there's some Florida numbers going through. 2 Florida people. That is going to be a Florida. That's going to be an FLR. I don't know if it's even Florida. I'm just going to say it's Florida. Anyway, FLR controlled Crystal Mine for the time being, as well as an FLR controlled North Tower and South Tower blessings. Most everyone else is situated around the Night Hall, which is beginning, actually. Great grab bag of points right here. So we'll see what they focus on. Will they be focusing more on the Night Hall, or are they going to try and snipe down buildings? See a lot of GSM soldiers coming through. It looks like GSM is really focusing this. I don't blame them. This is just free points. Now, FLR members are starting to flood in. However, GSM is taking a big gulp out of this right now. It's hard for me to even see it. I'm hoping that that wasn't just lag based for FLR. I'm hoping that that wasn't the case, that they strategically went somewhere else and then ported in. It's possible, I guess. Can't confirm it. I can almost safely say, though, that GSM is taking the larger bite out of the Night Hall. And I just saw a glimpse of that red bar. It's very low. I'd say within the 15% range. No, that's way lower. Shield is up. And yep, just as I said, GSM with a whopping 238 points versus FLR's 57. Now, don't count them out just yet because FLR is contesting most of the major structures on here. Matter of fact, all major structures are taken over by FLR. So GSM's going to have a time trying to get these all back. Currently, no battles are being formed, so they're probably trying to assess their strategies. But as it stands, FLR is going to catch up in a big way, as only one Dragon Tower is under control by GSM. And here we go. We're starting to see some rallies being formed. GSM's going to try and start taking back some of these structures, starting first with the North Tower Blessings. A double rally is being set against that, so this will set a precedence to see just how strong the defense of FLR is. And currently, that is going to start gaining them points, that North Tower. So that's going to start ticking away for them. And we're going to see that lead start to shrink really quickly here. So again, double... Actually, there's a counter rally. I can tell the difference here between defense and the rally. So there's a counter rally being set for that North Tower Blessings. Very strategic indeed. So we're going to see a triple rally from the attackers, but a counter rally being set for the defenders. We're starting to see those lines coming through now. I want to say that that's the rally, but I'll have to actually... Okay, yeah. So those are the rallies, and they are starting to speed them up a little bit, but they're probably waiting until the other one is fully formed. Currently, that is the only structure... I'm sorry, spoke too soon. Looks like the Armory is going to receive some love pretty soon, as well as the South Tower Blessings. And that is a switchover, so we will see as GSM will take control of the North Tower Blessings. And it appears as though, unless this was a single march here. Okay, so that was a single march. We can tell that. It was a grand victory. Look at this. Wow. They barely took any damage. Very on point. The stats are looking decent. And the numbers going into the rallies wasn't all that much bigger. Spider Pig really took it to him. So right now, the South Tower Blessings and the Crystal Mine are still ticking away in favor. And as a matter of fact, FLR is already in the lead. They've stolen the lead from GSM, 322 points to 306. Very close. But it's still worthy to know that they were almost 200 points down, and they have retaken the lead. Now, if I remember right, there really wasn't actually any other battles being set, except for the Armory. This was that over here. So the Armory's about to be hit. Nope, wrong button. Currently in FLR control, but we're going to see if these rallies can do anything. They are slow marching, but again, they're going to arrive at the exact same time, which is really going to help them out. Now, besides that, we do see the South Tower Blessing actually starting to form rallies against it. And then a counter rally for that as well. That was a very quick battle, actually. Grand victory. Once again, a grand victory. This is amazing. Look at this. So the infantry's health and defense are comparable. Cav attack is decent. I mean, it's only off by 40%. Archer attack's off by a little bit higher. So I do have to wonder about the units. So these are strategically placed units. This is not a quick march. They are only sending a specific type of unit. Look at it all around. It's the exact same all around for the most part. And the defender doesn't stand a chance, especially if they're not sending a strategic type of troop. So very good on the part of GSM to retake those quickly. And it does look like the South Tower Blessings will also fall to GSM. Now this one was a little bit closer. This was Chico's contingent. Chico was able to hold on just a little bit better. However, it would seem, if I scroll back onto these battle details, yeah, I mean, this looks like more of a quick march on this one. But I'm still seeing quite a few players sending in non-quick marches. So they're focusing on all T12 troops, as well as T10 Cav and T13 Cav. I'm noticing that all the way around. Only one person didn't send that specific way of forming their troops. So that's clearly a strategy that they're employing right now. So how will they respond? We do see that the North Tower Blessings is having a rally set, as well as the Armory. So we'll see if FLR can retake that. Currently, it's still FLR favored at 790 points, 551 points to GSM. So this is going to be a very interesting fight, as we saw GSM take an early lead. Then FLR took it right back. Yeah, Christopher, I totally agree. This is definitely troop selection, because I've never seen it that big before. I'm 12. What is this? This is a pay-to-win game, money. You should know that. Either way, though, we have rallies being set for both Towers of Blessing, so we're going to see if FLR can retake this. FLR is currently only holding on to the Crystal Mine. We'll see if they can break through the defenses of GSM. And the first one that's going to go is the one that's marching right now. However, we do see that there are other rallies being set for it. They're going to wait to speed those up so that they can all hit at the exact same time. However, I do believe that this one is going to be the first one to be hit. So there's one going through. Might have even seen the second one, but I'm not too certain. So that looks like a defensive victory. So that was probably a defensive victory, since numbers didn't change. Now the second one did go through, and the numbers do change. So we will have to take a look at this and see exactly what happened. That was a singlet. A little confused when I see all these. Very interesting, though. So the numbers from the offensive side were able to break through against the second rally, and that's why it was successful. The second rally was able to kill off what the first rally didn't. So, great job on the side of FLR for taking both Towers of Blessings, actually. But they both had double rallies, so that's kind of understandable. Alright, so two preliminary rallies are being set for the North Tower right now. FLR is starting to pull away just slightly right now, though. 1,107 points in favor of FLR versus 722 for GSM. GSM's got to play a little catch-up here. Now, none of these rallies are being fully formed right now. They've been open for a little while. I'm kind of wondering if they're trying to shift their strategy. I know the Night Hall's not up yet. In fact, it's not even there. Alright, this is kind of a new development. I'm seeing two Dragon Towers that have not even been touched. They're still gray. You can kind of see them right there. And then you have the supply points. Okay, that supply point literally just got taken. Okay. So, but there's still two Dragon Towers that have no owners. I mean, anyone could send one troop and it's instantly there. So I'm kind of wondering what that's about. However, now we're starting to see these rallies forming up now. So that's for the North Tower. We're also seeing, and there's a bunch of counter rallies being set too. So we're just going to have to watch this really carefully. North Tower is receiving the most love, and then we see one being set for the Armory. Nope, wrong one. Actually, since that's the top one, that means this should be resolving. 12 seconds, and it'll start ticking away. However, those rallies definitely went through. Let's keep an eye on this. 2, 1. That's a full switch over. That's full control. Full control for FLR, that is. I'm seeing a lot of rallies moving forward towards it. That was definitely GSM. If it's anything like last time, they will retake it. I'm not sure if any points would have ticked away for FLR. And the changeover has not happened, so this is an FLR defensive victory now. However, I do see other troops coming through, and there it goes. GSM takes control. But it took 2 rallies. So the first one was really close. And that was really close for Cal. Good try. Nearly, actually, that is 2.5 million troops going in, and only 2.4 inside. The offensive damages and defensive damages are all good. Look at those archer damages. That's really good too. So the first one was a narrow victory. Was a narrow defeat, I'm sorry. And then Southern Belle comes in and finishes up the job. Literally wiped out all troops within there. So good job, good strategy. Money, this is a special map specifically for these tournaments. You would never have seen these within our kingdom. This is a completely different server, completely different structures. Now look at that. Even a supply point's about to be hit. Currently under FLR control. And that will be a switch over to FLR. I mean, I'm sorry, to GSM. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There wasn't even a full contingent in there. Yep, not even worth it. That's why that happened. Alright, so there's a double rally being set for the Tower Blessings, which was just taken. So FLR is on top of things right now. If they lose a structure, they're automatically back on it. I'm not sure what GSM's doing. GSM needs to be rallying yet another building to start creating momentum for themselves. Otherwise, this lead is going to start really going out of control. Right now, FLR 1,482 points versus a GSM 986. No battles are being set at the moment. However, we do see that FLR was successful in retaking the North Tower of Blessings. This is a narrow defeat. Alright. And then we see over here, okay, that was just a singlet. Okay. So it looks like, no, I'm sorry. Okay, so this is what happened. So well, if we look at this here, 1.2 million troops, that was definitely not a full contingent. And there was no hero in that march. That was a complete waste. No one joined that. However, the second one was enough to actually bring down Southern Belle. So despite the first one being an utter failure, the second one did end up going through successfully for FLR. And once again, FLR is going to be in control of all 3 major buildings. And why not? FLR is going to go after the armory. They're not under pressure. They might as well just go ahead. But now we are seeing some pressure here. GSM's going to try and take over the crystal mine. Double rally being set against that. So this will be interesting to see if FLR can hold on to the crystal mine. But first, we will be seeing how the armory fares as it's being marched against and sped up. I like the hustle. Always like the hustle. We'll see if that resolves in favor. Wow, look at that. The switchover happened. You know, it only took 1. Southern Belle's defenses are very good. There was a bigger troop in favor of FLR on that one. Wow, look at that. 780% Archer. I'd like to know how we got that. Nearly 800%. It's kind of hard to get in this, actually. Then again, we've been seeing a lot of victories on FLR, so it must be their troop types and everything. All right, I'm seeing FLR troops going out of the crystal mine, but that's just because it was being reinforced. Very good reaction time to get those in there. You never know which one's going to tick away. And look at that. Just like that, GSM does have control of the crystal mine. At least it's contending it. Looks like it only took one, too. Look at that. Look at that. Good job to Cal. Cal and his group. Now, I do kind of want to see what troops they're sending. Versus, actually, I would like to see what the defensives are for FLR. If they're using a similar system for their defenses as they are with their rally sets. I am noticing a slight inclination to cavalry. I am seeing that just based upon the kills that they're getting. But what was inside here? So we have a look at that. Nearly 100, about 127,000 T12 infantry. Okay, so they're sending about 100,000 of each, it looks like. I can respect this. I can respect this defense. Okay. Good to see. It's good to know for science. Alright, so we do see a double rally being set for the training grounds now, which is FLR controlled, so this will be GSM. Yeah, Christopher, there are no enhancements for the T12s and T13s. Because it would make the T10s that you get useless, basically. Like, no one would want to send that, and you do have the ability to have that. So it looks like GSM takes control of the training grounds. Very good. Very good, actually. I do want to note that the defensive side had very strong infantry defense. A much stronger cav attack. Wow, look at that. Hey, Patrick, how's it going? Welcome. Good to have you. We got a pretty good match here so far for those guys who are joining us. FLR with a slight lead of 1,761 versus GSM with 1,224. Night Hall should be coming up in about 6 minutes or so. Alright, so we see a double rally being set for the North Tower Blessings. Currently under FLR control. FLR also just retook the crystal mine out from under us. I mean us, but us as viewers, me doing that, I did not even see that happen. So that may have been a counter rally that went through decently quickly. Very good. Very good stats overall. So I do want to check this one more time and see what type of troops are being sent. Slightly different, though. This is a different march. And yet it does not feel like these are quick marches. I don't know. Even though I'm seeing a different type of troop, this definitely does not feel like a quick march. Ali, good to have you. Thanks for joining us. Oh, and GSM retakes the North Tower Blessings. This is, again, I know I use this terminology a lot, but we're playing ping pong right now. It's pretty much what's happening. Wow, look at that. Southern Belle with a narrow victory. But comparable stats on both sides. The numbers are pretty much there. Just came down to particulars within the troop counts. I mean, the troop differences. That's really it. Excuse me. All right. So we see a lot of action going on at both Towers of Blessings. Look at all these battles that's about to happen. Both Towers of Blessings are about to receive some action. That's the wrong one. And then we also see a big rally going for the armory. Yeah, money. I know what you mean, man. It's that quick high. It's that quick high. Looks like it's fully reinforced in there. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of action going on right now. So let's look at the first one that's about to be hit. I believe that's the South Tower? Yep, South Tower Blessings. FLR will be defending. That should be going off any minute now. We see Chico as the bodyguard for this area. And that's good. It's good to have that there since it's literally about to be attacked. If FLR is quick enough, they can get that march in with Chico. All right, we see one being sped up now. Two being sped up. Boom. I should probably see which one's being sent with that. So that's GSM, GAM. Okay, good. I wasn't sure if FLR was mixed in there. Wow, it only took one. Just one of those. Also, GSM takes over the armor. We're going to look at that really quick. GSM narrowly takes the armory. And they do a really good job in taking the South Tower Blessing. So that's two buildings back to back that GSM will take control of. We do see as Chico is trying to send quick marches. However, I see a lot of other troops going through. Oh, that's fire. That was a counter rally. Counter rally was unsuccessful though, as the color did not change. I'm seeing a lot of troops going back for FLR, so that was an unsuccessful rally. Still rechecking the color just to make sure, but usually those can go in the favor of the counter ralliers. Complete defeat. Okay, those are all just single marches. Yep, okay. Single marches. But still, it was a good attempt. A good attempt on FLR's part. So we'll have to see what the next battles will have for us. We see the training grounds. Training grounds could flip over to FLR here. Very possible. We see a supply point. And the South Tower Blessings. There's a bunch of stuff. I did see some marching on the training ground, so let's take a look at this. Oh, okay. So that was not successful. FLR, it looks like it's going to maintain... Oh, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes. Okay, FLR did actually get it. Oh, Monzi, thank you. Appreciate that. So yeah, there's a double rally here. FLR was not successful in its first attempt. However, it did take out nearly half the troops that GSM brought in there. And then we see the second one come through and just wipe it out. There was not enough time to reinforce it. So good job on the side of FLR. Now we're going to look at the supply point. The supply point easily taken by GSM. 2.9 million troops within there. However, with... Actually, I'm sorry, no. Same exact amount, 2.9 on both sides. The stats are just slightly better on the offensive side. So, good little tit for tat there. Not bad at all. Now, the Night Hall should be awakening pretty soon. I was right, I was right. We have about 30 seconds. Are there any battles going on? Okay, so there are. And there it is right there. So this Tower Blessings will resolve before the Night Hall becomes active. First one was unsuccessful. That's an FLR defensive victory. Waiting to see if we see those numbers underneath the structure just in case. I see quick returns. That's good because the Night Hall is coming active now. FLR is trying to reinforce really quickly. Okay, so GSM will take control of the North Tower Blessings, and now the Night Hall is active. We will get an updated point count after this is all done, as this is a big point grab. But it is worthy to note that GSM is now contesting the North Tower Blessings, something they desperately need right now. That's a late response there. It's been open. And now I can no longer see the percentages. Whereas GSM was the clear person to take most of the points away in the Night Hall the first time, I'm feeling like this is an even match now in here. It's also the quickest I've seen this, the Night Hall dissipate. I mean, I can't tell. They are just swarming right now. Oh, there it is. Okay, shield is up. Let's look at the points. Wow, look at that. They closed the gap really hard. FLR is still in the lead. 2,369 points versus a GSM 2,043. That is a gap closing right now. No battles are being formed, but that's because all the lines are going back still. Oh, FLR was able to take the North Tower Blessings right from under them. Good job to them. And at this point, most of the map is red right now. Especially all of the major structures. GSM has some major catching up to do. Alright, so the first thing that's going to fall, and look at this. This is going to be an FLR rally. But then again, FLR is not on the defensive, so they can go on the offensive. So this supply point would be the first structure in contention. Okay, and another supply point is receiving a rally. Oh, there it is, okay. Which is also GSM control. So we just see right now that FLR is going on full offensive. Despite their lead, they are not sitting still. They are going to paint this entire area red unless GSM can say something about it. We're still waiting for those to go through. But okay, here we go. So we do see some action now from GSM. GSM is going to be trying to hit the South Tower Blessings and the Crystal Mine at the same time. And the North Tower. They're going for both Towers of Blessings and Crystal Mine at the exact same time. I like this strategy. I like this bold move. You need to put FLR on their toes. So we'll see how that works. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see FLR throwing in some counter rallies. And indeed we are. Look at that. See that? You can tell what the counter rallies are. If it's in the blue, then it's GSM. If it's in the red here, like this, that's FLR. So that's very impressive. So it's going to be up to FLR to respond to all three of these. In FLR's favor right now, all three structures are ticking points for them. So even though those rallies are being formed, points are going to FLR. Free points, basically. Alright, so we do see marches going through. I've got to wonder if those are reinforcements, though. Okay, those are just... okay, so that's actually going to the castle. Okay, those lines are far off. Okay, but they are GSM. Okay, so GSM's rallies are moving towards the South Tower Blessings. What they're probably doing is they're waiting for all three to tick down. So right now you see those marching numbers. They're probably also... Yep, now the Crystal Mine is marching. And now that's marching. So now you can probably expect them all to be moving at the exact same time now. FLR, those are all reinforcements. So they're probably all going to hit at the exact same time. Okay, one victory so far as the Crystal Mine goes over to GSM. And we're looking at that victory one right here. Okay, Spider Pig has some good stats here. Although the defensives are really impressive too, so that's an interesting victory. It has to be upon the on the troop numbers. All right, 2 of 2 victories so far. South Tower Blessings falls to GSM. Just waiting on that North Tower to see if that's a success. Punisher, very good stats. Sorry I'm going so quick, but I do want to see if it goes through. It looks like the North Tower will hold. Unless those marches haven't gone through yet. They may not have gone through. So it was either a defensive victory or those didn't go through. Either way, GSM is stopping the point count from the Crystal Mine and the South Tower Blessings. Alright, we see an FLR response. They're immediately going to be rallying the South Tower. Okay, so we do see a North Tower still in the works, basically. If you're GSM, you cannot be satisfied with just these 2 structures. FLR has proven time and time again that their timing to retake things is on point. Right now, GSM needs to be setting stuff for the North Tower, for the Armory, for the training grounds. They need to keep the attacks rolling if they have any hopes of catching up right now. All right, so this one's marching. This one's about to hit. So we'll see if they can sneak it right back out away from them. FLR is also sending in small troops just to see if they can weaken it. Or it being the final straw that broke the camel's back in this case. We're seeing a lot of lines going through. Chico is doing the right thing and sending in troops. That looked like a defensive victory here. That looks like a defensive victory. Tons of lines going through. So much action going on over here. We'll know the tale pretty soon. Will those numbers change over? Good God. There's so much action over here. Okay, FLR does turn it over. But man, there was so many lines going through there. So many lines. This is the one we really care about. So despite all of that, they had nearly a full contingent in there defending. It was such a close battle. I mean, there's nothing to be ashamed of in this round here. This is really good stuff. Great job. Great job to both teams. So we do see GSM is in full control of the crystal mine. That will tick points for them. And it would appear FLR is going to let that go for now. Now the training grounds, I just saw lines going through. Currently under FLR control, GSM will try and retake that. GSM troops leaving as it is fully reinforced. I'm actually surprised that GSM is letting the crystal mine go right now. Okay, that switches over. That will be a GSM victory for the training grounds. Wow, very good. Cal's contingent showing a very dominant force against FLR. And again, if you're watching the VOD in the future, you can just sort of pause this and you can see what type of troops. But I am seeing a lot less quick marches being sent and a lot more focused amounts of troops, both for the defending side and the offensive side. All right, so what are we looking at right now? So we're looking at the... All right, so the South Tower Blessings is going to be under siege by FLR. FLR is going to try and retake that back. And in the meantime, they're just letting Crystal Mine sit. So right now the score is FLR is in the lead, very close to 3,000 points. GSM with 2,546. The total, well, the gap got widened very much since the last night haul. But that's only because all three major structures were under FLR control for so long. Alright, so let's see if this switches over. Still has 30 seconds before it starts gaining points for GSM, so they would have to stave off these attacks in order to start getting points on it. Which I have not seen a full defensive victory for GSM, but that's not really counting anything against them, as FLR has just been relentless with their attacks. And there it goes. FLR regains the South Tower Blessings. Looks like it only took one, too. Look at that. Actually, okay, yeah, that's right. So there was 3.5 million troops going in, 2.9 troops defending. So there's a slight difference there. Stats are pretty good for both sides, though. All right, what's the next port? So we see two rallies being set for the armory, and then I saw something else. All right, looks like GSM is wasting no time. They're going to try and retake that South Tower Blessings. They're going to start focusing pretty hard on it. There was another rally being set, though. Whose word is for the training grounds? I forgot already. Oh, no, the armory. Okay. So this is where we were seeing stuff before. GSM troops are leaving. It is FLR controlled, so that looks like a defensive victory for FLR. So that was close. Yeah. So that is a defense. Yep, that's exactly what it was. Defensive victory there. Ooh. Good, so it's probably just a difference in what type of troop was sent. That's all it is. So that's probably one of the first big victories that I've seen happen on the defensive side. Let's focus in on the South Tower Blessings, as that was under contention. And where'd everything go? There it is. Do not adjust your television sets. We are okay. Alright, so those are GSM troops leaving. That must mean there was another defensive victory. I would assume. Let's see. What do we have? Ooh. It was just a flat-out defeat. Ouch! Youcha, youcha. I've got to wonder what the defense is using to put in there. So I'm going to go straight past offense. And defense. Not many. There's not many of those in there. So does this say completely offensive? Might be. No, there's a lot of T-12 infantry in that one. I'm not seeing anything horribly special, which would have made that a flat-out defeat. I mean, there's actually a lot of archers. Look at those archer kills. Nearly 200,000 of those. In a day where Cav is king right now, that's pretty interesting. T-13, lots of... Wow, look how many T-13 Cav were in there. Nearly 170,000. Okay. Very good. Very good defensive victory there. Alright, so both North and South Tower Blessings is under FLR control and gaining points for them. GSM has control of the Crystal Mine. It's gaining points for them. We see sort of a split between teleport points, supply points. Training grounds under GSM control. Armories under FLR control. And looks like that's what's going to be focused right now. Both the training ground and the armory. Armory receiving just a little bit more love. With about just under 21 minutes to go, FLR is in control with 3,225 points. GSM with 2,839. The next night haul, looking at about just under 6 minutes. I'm not sure if that'll be the last one that we see. We'll focus in on the armory since I think that's the next one going through. Okay, but it's being slow marched though. No, look at all that. All that is for the training ground and the armory. So we're probably going to see a flip-flop here. GSM will probably control the armory, and FLR will probably control the training grounds. Starting to see the first line starting to go through. Nope, that's a switch over. That was a quick switch over, too. Victory? Yeah, look at Cal. Strong stats. Strong stats. So that will flip over to GSM control. How about the training grounds? Training grounds should be starting to go through soon. And at the same time, we're also seeing a supply point going to be under siege. FLR is going to try and take that away. Still leaving the crystal mine alone. So that supply point will start seeing lines soon. And there you go. Look at that. FLR will take control of the training grounds. That's the wrong thing. Although that's actually pretty good to look at too. You can see the occupation of buildings, the different number of troops that were killed. Actually not a bad little graph to look at. Anyway, let's look over here at the training ground battle report. Okay, that actually did take a double rally to it. Yep. Alright, cool. Good stuff, good stuff. So we're seeing some buildings flip-flop, and other ones are staying the same. And Crystal Mine is finally going to receive some sieging. FLR is going to try and take that back. Spider Pig's holding on to it right now. And right now, GSM is going to try and retake the Training grounds. So if that works, they should have the armory and the training grounds under wraps. But their biggest structure, the one that's keeping them in the game right now, is about to be contended. About a 400-point difference, but I guarantee it's going to be a lot bigger if they lose that crystal mine. We'll see how long that's going to be before that goes through. So we still have another 6 seconds. All right, here we go. There it goes. It's from this person, too. They're so close to it. That first one's going to go through, but the second one is a little late, I think. GSM has some time to actually reinforce. That line's not being sped up. Or was that all that it took? Shoot, that's all that it took. Never mind. FLR took it with just one rally. Not even enough time to reinforce from that failure, because there was no failure. Oh, man. But great stats on the side of FLR. I mean, 700% cav attack, 764 archer, versus 633 cav, 630 archer. How are the defensives? Defensive's really good. Offensive's lacking, but the stats carried. Good to see those differences. We see GSM trying to single march it back. Doesn't look like it's going to be that well, but now we're really starting to see the area just turn red. The only thing that GSM controls is a Dragon Tower to the left, supply point to the north, and they are contending the armory. This is starting to not look too good. However, GSM takes the crystal mine right from under their noses. I didn't see any counter rallies being set, so that might have just been a single march. I apologize. That was a counter rally, as it were. So there you go. GSM is once again in contention of the crystal mine and is in full control of the armory. We do see a supply point being targeted by FLR. FLR is just trying to take out these small structures at this point, which they can really do. They can do this right now and it not affect their standings. We do see GSM trying to go after the training grounds, and then we're seeing FLR go after the armory. So little by little, FLR is just trying to pick off what few structures are left. We see that supply point that was being rallied got taken over. FLR takes that. Yep. Nearly identical troop numbers. Stats are just superior on the side of FLR, though. Alright, training grounds and the armory is about to be hit. And the crystal mine is being left alone, it would appear. So that will start ticking points yet again for GSM. Which is probably the one structure that's keeping them semi in this game right now. Although the lead is starting to slip away with a 500-point deficit. Give or take a couple points. Don't have a calculator, so I can't do the full math. FLR was successful in taking the armory. Doesn't look like GSM was successful in getting the training grounds, though. Yeah, look at that. Boom. Look at that. Strong defensives. And this is probably the closest I've seen both these guys' stats at. Yeah, no. There that goes. So let's go look over here. Nope, training ground still under control by FLR. And once again, we see only one structure that is not turned red, which is the crystal mine. But everything else is turning up FLR right now. Now we are pretty close to the Night Hall, I believe. Did it already go away? Oh, darn it, we missed it. Alright, well, that's a thing. And now we see about a 600-point deficit between between FLR. So there will be no more night hauls, I believe. I'll check back when there's like 2 minutes just to be on the safe side, but I believe now it's just going to be normal structure attacking. Unless the people want to go for castle attacks. I'd like me some castle attacks. Oh no! FLR takes over the crystal mine! That's devastating for GSM. And it was a rally, though. I thought maybe it was just someone snuck it in there, but... Alright, well, everything is turning up FLR. GSM will have to come up... Well, I mean, they can pretty much take anything they want right now. Looks like they're going to be... Right, so there's a lot of action going on right now. I see rallies for both the Armory and the Crystal Mine. No, I'm sorry, Training Grounds. Training Grounds and Crystal Mine. Now, I see a lot of frozen troops right now. What is the deal with that? And where are they supposed to be going? I'm hoping that's just a visual bug and not an actual one, because that would be really bad if that was my line that was just sort of stuck in the sand out there. However, we do see GSM take over the Training Grounds. Very good. Training Grounds, however, is going to be hit again pretty soon by FLR. And then we see the Crystal Mine about to be hit. There's a bunch of different structures being hit at the same time. I mean, at this point, it's going to be an FLR victory. But it's good to get some extra reps in to see what types of troops are good. This would be a great time to send in experimental formations, too. Excuse me. Crystal Mine does flip over to GSM. Alright, that was just a single march. Yep, there we go. Narrow, though. Very, very close. Very close indeed. Alright, we see the North Tower going to be getting a lot of action pretty soon. So let's go ahead and focus on that. They're slow marching, but again, that's only because they want all rallies to be going at the exact same time, so that there's very little reinforcement time. Now, how did that look? Looks like FLR held on for that first one. It's possible. Let's see. I don't think any reports would have went through yet. Not until we see the battle animation. Grand victory? What was this about? Oh, okay. There was literally a single march in there. Gotcha. Well, it does look like FLR held on to the North Tower that got rallied against. And it's still going to be about 45 seconds before GSM can start claiming points on that crystal mine. Money, we are literally in the last 9 minutes. This is only an hour-long tournament match. The Armory is going to be the next structure to be hit. Currently under FLR control. Now we're starting to see those lines moving. And again, I always like seeing the hustle. Get it done, get it over with, get your troops back. They are taking their sweet time, though, even though they did speed up just a little bit. A lot of action's about to hit over there. Jeez. Sometimes I wonder how the servers can even handle it all. Because that's a lot of processing. And while that's still processing, let's take a look and see what else will be hit pretty soon. Looks like the North Tower Blessings will receive a double rally. Armory. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Now, I do know there were some speed up bugs before, so that might have been the case here too. They might have been mashing that button and it's just not moving. I've seen that happen time and time again. And it will be a GSM victory. One rally is all it took. Spider Pig's definitely proving to be one of the good rally setters that GSM has. Good stats. Well done overall. Now, I don't believe the North Tower has resolved yet. No, it hasn't. But it is marching. And FLR is setting up a rally instantaneously to get the armory back. I do like this hustle. I like their reaction times. I'm questioning why they're letting the crystal mine go, but I guess with such a lead, it doesn't matter. But I would still be playing like you're down 1,000 points and you want to win this. That's just me, though. No mercy. All right, so those just hit. Let's see if we can see the numbers as the animation goes through. Don't see it on that first one. Looks like a defensive victory yet again. And there we go. It took 2 rallies, but GSM was able to flip it. And yep, the first one was a defeat. 3 million power difference there. However, with the second one, it was weakened, and yet it was still close. But look at the numbers, though. So there was only 2.3 million troops in the contingent going in. That could have been disastrous. That could have been very disastrous. That would have been the first double rally that I would have seen failed in this match. All right, here it comes. It looks like they heard me, and they are not letting the crystal mine sit any longer. FLR is going to try and retake that. The only structure that's really giving GSM points right now. So that will be taking off right about now. Yep, those are the troops. We'll look at the comparison chart after this resolves. So will it take 1 rally or 2? Looks like it only took 1. All right, let's look at that report, then we'll see the comparison chart. That was very close, though. Very close indeed. The number of troops was superior for the defensive side. Yeah. Well done, though. All right, let's look at the comparison chart. Now, the points are obvious. We just see that FLR has been controlling far more buildings. Occupy buildings 41 versus 23. The kill count is in favor of GSM, but they've been having to be on the offensive a lot more, so that's kind of understandable. But look, it's that occupy buildings thing right there. I mean, that's kind of telling the tale right now. No current battles are being set. And it looks like GSM might be starting to give up. With 4.5 minutes left in this match, there is really nothing that's going to bring them back, it seems. FLR with a commanding 4,608 points versus GSM's 3,787. Nearly a 1,000 point difference now. So North Tower is ticking away for GSM, but that's about it. There's a supply point to the direct northeast of that. The armory's in contention by GSM. The rest is just looking blood red right now, and I just clicked the abyss. Although it does look like GSM did just flip the they did just flip the crystal mine. I want to see more castle rallies. I haven't seen that in a while. All right, North Tower once again is about to be potentially flipped by FLR. I mean, FLR has only 3 options, 4 really. Attack North Tower Blessings, attack the supply point, attack Crystal Mine, or do nothing. Okay, so I guess they can also attack a castle, but I don't see that happening. I will not get my dream. And FLR flops. FLR flips that structure. I believe that's the one I want to see. Yep. Oh, yeah. Not even a contest on that one. But there are probably a lot of lines to weaken it. We're just under 3 minutes left. And really, this is about it looks like. There's going to be a double rally being set for the supply point. One of the few GSM control things. I do like the way that they're playing. I do question why FLR kept the Crystal Mine up for them for so long. But besides that, they played a really strong game here, attacking even the little structures, which I respect a lot. Also looked like FLR had a very superior marching comp, as you can see within the VOD later on. Really focusing on those T12 and 13 only, and sending very specific amounts. Some of which even sent nearly 200,000 Griffins. And that will flip over. But with less than 2 minutes left, I'm going to start giving my shout-outs before I end the stream. Money Malone, thank you for talking to me, old friend. Cool Gamer, Christopher, Monzi. Who else do we have? Ali, Patrick, Russell, Sir Noir, Klebers, and Russell Jackson, which I did say. Thanks, everybody, for chatting with me. It's always fun when I get to talk with you guys, and it's not just me talking to myself. At least that's what my therapist tells me I should stop doing, but, you know, whatever. Doesn't matter. Good to have people like you watching, especially all the old faces that I always see. So, with just a little bit over a minute left to go, this will be an FLR victory. 2 victories in a row for them, as far as I've known. 4,829 points versus a GSM 3,949. GSM put up a good match. FLR is just showing to have some really good endgame strategies here. Might have to keep picking this team apart and really seeing how they operate, because this is very impressive. Oh, and the castle ones are beginning. No, why do you do the castles at the very end? Darn it. No, I want to see them. What happened? Oh, those are just duels. You're teasing me, game. Oh, well. Alright, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Oh, yes, Russell Jackson. Thanks. And you take care as well. Very good games, everybody. I'm going to let this tick down as I always do. We're going to keep it on here. GSM did break 4,000 points. That's kind of good. Kind of gives you an idea of the point deficit. Nearly a 900-point deficit. But everybody, thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for chatting. And as always, I will see you on the battlefield.